Instead of telling you what Servoy is, we wanted to show you. We'll build a basic screen with some nice functionality from scratch in a few minutes. Typically, Servoy is used by ISVs building complex applications for large-scale deployment, but we'll talk about that later. In the background, you see me building a form and placing some fields on it. No coding needed, just point and click. Let's add a lookup value to the customer ID field and add a value list to it. Still no coding here. We are showing you the power of our rapid application development environment by building this screen with a lot of functionality. The question we get asked a lot is, why a RAD tool and why wouldn't I go the do-it-yourself route? The answer to that question is twofold. One, reducing risk, and two, guaranteeing time to market. In traditional software development environments, and specifically do-it-yourself routes, 80% of your resources are spent on the stack and 20% on UX and business logic that makes the application truly unique. In this so-called bottom-up approach, the needs of the end user are not in focus. And this approach comes with a lot of risk because it is not oriented toward delivering the highest business value first. Servoy's customers prefer to implement a top-down approach, where the end user is at the center. Meanwhile, we've added a value list for the sales rep so that we can easily change values and filter data as necessary. Now, we'll build a form on the orders table. Servoy's wizards make it very easy to build grid and detail views, and once you've pre-filled those templates, you can easily modify the look and feel with the powerful "what you see is what you get" editor. Cascading style sheets are used to style your solution and easily adopt the look and feel you want to achieve a great user experience. By defining a relation between orders and order details, we can automatically set the right data as we are browsing through. Relations can be used all across the application. Let's place the order details form in a tab panel using this relation and see what it looks like. Great! This is a responsive HTML5 application, and thus far we haven't written any code or HTML. Now, let's place a header label at the top of our form. Header labels can be formatted using style sheets and can support IETN or internationalization for translation and localization, and can have dynamic data in them that is merged at runtime. Servoy provides a complete stack that offers multilingual capabilities, multi-tenancy, security, authentication, provisioning, UI components, and much more, empowering developers to focus on what matters most, delivering high-value end-user functionality and best-in-class user experiences. Let's now build an orders list form and display it on the left-hand side of the screen. The "what you see is what you get" UI builder makes it very productive to create great-looking user interfaces and test them in real time in your browser, while a powerful code editor makes it straightforward to organize your business logic. Let's add robust text-based searching to our application. By simply exposing which fields we want to make searchable, the application is instantly ready to support the user's requests. We can even search across relations for multiple words. JavaScript is the programming language in Servoy, and built-in libraries and APIs make it even more productive than so-called low-code environments, which take away the possibility of writing custom logic. We will place an empty search box on the screen so that users can type in whatever they want to search for. Search, navigation, menuing, and integration modules allow you to rapidly compose an application, but at the same time not limiting you to the functionality you want to deliver. Now, let's test our search module by keying in some criteria and instantly filtering the records that we are looking at. And we didn't have to write a lot of code to get there. Servoy allows for data binding to dynamically calculated values. Let's calculate a subtotal here. Connecting to existing data sources such as relational databases, web services, and APIs is straightforward, and building data-bound UIs and business logic on top of that is made seamless. Testing and debugging tools are readily available to ensure code quality. A quality and assurance pipeline is provided to assist with continuous build and integration. The moment you commit your code, your application is built and your end-to-end tests are run. Once that's done, you can deploy instantly. Formatting allows you to easily format numbers, dates, and times in a locale format in any language. Applications can be deployed to both cloud-based environments and on-premise. So whether you want to push to Azure, Amazon, or upload it to your Windows or Linux server, it's easy. Let's compute the total for an order by summing up all the order lines in a calculation. Servoy compiles JavaScript at runtime to achieve maximum performance and increase security. Servoy's app server uses push notifications to always ensure the data on the screen of a user is accurate and real-time. Code is executed server-side for high performance and security. Calculations are automatically triggered as the ingredients of the application change. For example, if one of the order items changes, the total will compute automatically and update on the screen. Let's have a look. It's been just a few minutes and we've built our orders list, order details, order lines with dynamic subtotals, and a dynamic grand total, all in a responsive cross-browser HTML5 application. Now let's add a dynamic chart by simply placing a component and binding it to the fields that we want to display. Deploying it to the browser is really simple and straightforward to do. Servoy ships with a complete set of UI components, such as fields, labels, grids, pop-up calendars, etc. In addition to that, any web component can be used. This makes it really easy to integrate rich components such as this chart, calendars, maps, really anything you want right into the application, but without sacrificing productivity or the simplicity of the drag and drop, what you see is what you get experience. Everything is dynamic. If a calculation influences the chart values, it will update automatically. Built-in support for responsive applications enables you to create apps that run and look great on mobile devices as well. Let's add a Google map by simply dragging it from the palette and bind it to the address. Set the API key and the map will just work. This application is now ready to be deployed and will scale to support tens of thousands of concurrent users. If you have a complex application, if you need to modernize, or if you're a software vendor, you owe it to yourself to download Servoy or contact us for a free assessment or proof of concept. Thanks.